Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to weigh in my thoughts on a whole incident that took place in which Sha Carri Richardson has been showing, it seems, nothing but disrespect to her fellow athletes ever since she returned on the tracks and she finished dead last. Now this is a classic case example of what happens when you gas people up who have not achieved anything but have shown tremendous promise, because that's who Sha Carri is. Let's just make no bones about it. I mean, this is not to diminish or to play down what she could achieve or what she's built up to achieve, but she isn't the great Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce, nor is she the great Allyson Felix. But at the moment, she's acting as if she's the best thing to ever happen. I'm like, prove it on the track. Talk is cheap. She's been liking posts and tweets disrespecting Jamaican sprinters and also being seen showing shade at Allyson Felix. And I'm like, the reason why she's doing this is because the people have allowed her to get away with this and not hold her accountable. Because if you remember and recall back to before the Olympics, there was a massive storm about her not being allowed to go to the Olympics because she failed that drug test, because it turned out to be marijuana. And people quickly coming to her defense saying, oh, it's not a performance drug. Let her play, let her free, all this kind of other stuff. She tweeted about how she's not perfect, which, you know, I'm not going to disagree. No one's perfect. But people missed the point. It wasn't about if it's a performance enhancing drug and all this kind of other stuff. It was about standards and ethics, rules and code of conduct. Every Olympian knows exactly what drugs they can and cannot take, because it's such a big issue regarding drugs and performance enhancing, but just drugs in general when it comes to Olympics. There are no exceptions, irregardless of the circumstance, irregardless of the person, because the rules are the rules. But nowadays, guess what? What we want to do is judge people based on how much we like them, how much we like their personality, and we try and excuse all away their bad behaviors. Whereas, let's be honest, if this was a person who they didn't like, who the public didn't warm to, you guys wouldn't have cared one iota and would have been happy to throw them over to the wolves and said, be done with it. That's the climate that we're in today. I mean, I've not heard her since. I could be wrong. I've not heard her since apologize or explain exactly what took place, why she liked it, why she's been throwing shade. Because when it comes to it's particularly liking tweets or Instagram posts, to be fair, and I've done this myself, when you're scrolling down on your phone, you do press likes accidentally if the page isn't loading correctly. So I do get it. Sometimes it can be a mistake, but judging by her personality and how she is, it's not hard to imagine that she did actually like the post on purpose. So what Sha Carri needs to do right now is she needs to take a page from these great runners like Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce, like Allyson Felix, because they have shown nothing but humility throughout the years whilst still being great in their respective fields, which is a tremendously difficult thing to do if you know you're so great, but to remain so humble. That's the lesson that needs to be learned, and that's what she needs to do. Because as one of her YouTube commenters said on one of my videos, which is a quote which I'm going to remember forever, your ego cannot be bigger than your impact. Humility will always win out. And that's what's happening right now for her. And I just hope and pray that she learns a lesson quickly, because otherwise she'll end up having a career of a classic example of what could have been as opposed to what should have been. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Until next time, I'm out.